Hey YouTube. So I bought 2 packs of coping saw blades that have 6 blades in. 2, 4, 6 blades. They are different size teeth. And I put one of the blades in, and before I even started to cut, just the tension of the saw alone broke the end of the blade off. So I figured, okay, I must have a defective one. So I put another one on. Broke the end of the blade off. Wait for it. Wait for it. There it is. And that's why we probably have Irwin marbles. So now the Irwin name, which used to be okay, has now become junk in my book. So I'll be taking these back to Lowe's tomorrow morning and leaving them there and go find some other brand. Vermont American used to be a good brand. I don't know if they still make them or not. This is a shame. $15 it cost me to drive there, so it's going to cost me 30 bucks altogether just to get rid of them. Hey YouTube. So this is a LX 468 Toro garden tractor. My neighbor, he's an older gentleman, older than I am, and he brought it over, and the belt and one of the idler pulleys are completely destroyed on it. I have the belt out on my bench here. The belt. This is what was left of the belt, and a couple add-on pieces. So it's pretty shot. So I measured the belt, and I was able to get one at Napa. Now not only did I measure it, but I also got the part number from, I think it's MDS or MDF or something, that makes the tractor, I suppose. So then the idler pulley that had to be a new pulley, and the belt was $160. And on this particular tractor, you can see the pulley for the drive is down where my finger is there. The problem with this is the pulley goes on both sides of the steering gear. Not the gear, but the steering shaft. So the shaft is, I don't know if you can see my finger in there, but that's the shaft. So it looks like if I take the nut off in the gear, hopefully that shaft will come out of there, not that it's supported somehow up by the column like a car would be. I don't think it is. It's probably just this. So I only have to get it up high enough to get the belt around that, and then I can put the belt on. So we're going to work on that now and see what happens here. Okay, so I took the nut off the shaft, and like I thought, the steering column, you can see it here, basically came right up. So there's room there to slip the belt underneath. The only difficult part here, I guess, is there's like guides here to keep the belt on it. So I have to get it around those guides on the pulley, around the pulley from the motor, and then I should be able to just stick it on there fairly easily. So this little wire here, or actually fairly big wire, is held on by 2 bolts. And what it is I think that this holds the clutch from spinning. It fits inside one of these rods here, and it stops this clutch from spinning, I guess, to get the mower belt to be able to grab when the clutch electrically closes. So it needs to stop there and make the shaft down here spin. So what we're going to try next is taking this nut off of here and see if this whole thing will come off that shaft. I hope it does. Okay, well that was easy enough. This bolt came out of the shaft, and there's a looks like there's a keyway in there, but there's 2 washers in there that came down off of this as well. And there's the pulley then for the, oh, that makes it even easier. The pulley slides down there fairly easy, and then all I have to do now is just put the belt basically on there and then slip it back up underneath. So need to turn this a little bit, and I need my both hands, so I'll get back to you. Okay guys, so here's what we have here. once you take this bolt out of the electric clutch from the bottom here, it releases the pulley, so the pulley can come down. Now the thing is when you go to put the belt on, you got to squeeze the belts between these two guides here. There's a guide here and a guide here. It's just a metal sticking down, but you can't get underneath it to get the belt under it. So you squeeze the belt together, and then you squeeze the belt sort of together, bring it out over when this is down further, like this. Put it over the pulley and then push the pulley back up. Okay, so now I'm on both sides of that steering shaft. I think you can see it where my finger is there. And all you got to do is just put this around these pulleys and around the rear pulley there, and I should be in good shape. Oh, I'll see how hard that is and get back to you here in a minute. Okay guys, so what you do here, I'll start from the top of this thing. You can see where the green belt is on there. What you want to do to take this and apart to be able to get the belt on, take this nut off, take the gear off, slide the shaft up so you get the belt on both sides of the shaft. Take the electric clutch off with one bolt, pull it out of the shaft, and pull the pulley down and take the belt off of it, or else just cut the belt off if you're replacing the belt. So pull the pulley off the shaft. Then when you go to put the belt on, start in the back here, and get it on this pulley first, back in here, and then bring it through sort of straight. Don't put it around any of these other pulleys yet. Pull the belt sort of straight, then put it on this pulley and then slide this pulley up. And basically all you got to do then is push on this lever. This lever puts pressure on it. Put it around the idler. This side of the belt comes from the motor straight to this pulley and back to the rear pulley. Okay. When it comes back around here, then it goes around this pulley with the V-belt part and around the idler with the back of the belt. So that's basically it. Just put it back together and you're in good business, ready to go. Okay guys, the proof is in the tractor runs, so I'm not going to put it on tape, but it runs, it goes front, it goes back, it mows, so we're in good shape with that now. So guys, I'm not supporting this company, but if you go online, it's called Parts Tree. They have, just so you know, the parts for the Toro, for instance, and I think a whole lot of other tractors. But there's a nice blown up schematic there of the belt, the idler wheels, and all the other pulleys and stuff that go with this tractor. You can buy all kind of stuff here, including the transmission. Although the transmission's $1,600, and when you think of it, the tractor was $1,100. So I'd say they're making a couple bucks on this parts. Have a good one, guys. That's the end of Saturday for me. We were doing some shopping today and I'm done. Bye. So guys, I decided to end this video, since it was so short, with a couple of pictures of some black bear that I've seen along the road where we live. So there's one there. I thought this guy was pretty cute. He could barely reach the top of the bird bath, but he was getting a drink of water. Now this isn't a really great picture, I know, but you can tell that she's a pretty big, hefty size there. Probably somewhere around 400 pounds, I would say. This bear doesn't have any neck. It's fall there, or after fall already, or spring rather. Yeah, it's springtime there, and she's gotten herself pretty heavy already. I don't know if you can tell what that is there, but this is how I do a lot of design work. My daughter sent me a picture of the stove and the wall and a mirror that she had on the wall, and she wanted me to make a fireplace that would fit into all of that. So that's where I got the design for the fireplace that I'm about to show you that I made for her. Artificial fireplace. That's an electric, one of them electric stoves. So These are some pictures of an artificial fireplace I was making for one of the kids. They needed something to hang Christmas stockings on. They didn't have anything. So they lived in it's in a row home type deal. So I made this. So I made this so that she would have somewhere to hang the Christmas stockings for the kids. That's in its final form. It was made out of white pine. The brick I got at Lowe's came in a 4x8 sheet, just to make it look like it was some kind of masonry hearth.